Welcome, viewers, to Hometown Cable's presentation of boys varsity basketball. This is the Section VII Class B championship game coming to you from the field house on the campus of Plattsburgh State this Saturday afternoon, March 5th, 2011. We have the Plattsburgh High Hornets in their away black coming in as the number 2 seed versus the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton, who come in as the number 1 seed. Cougars are sporting their home white, and the Hornets start off with the opening tip. And this is LaPointe, drives the lane, dishes off to Justin Curtis. and the Hornets break out on top. This is the third matchup between these two teams this year, each one ending in an overtime victory by the home team. There's Davison launches up a three that rims in and out, and the Hornets come away with the rebound. Here's Knight, drives the lane, throws up a circus shot that doesn't go anywhere, and Carter clears the rebound. Come the Hornets back on the other way. Rob Armstrong drives the lane. Nice little penetration by Rob Armstrong, and he knots the score 2 apiece with a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's the Hornets keeping the ball on the perimeter against the 2-3 zone sported by the Coach Guerin's Cougars, which is nothing new. There's Kyle LaPointe. Drills a three-pointer from long range and puts the Hornets up. Here come the Cougars back down the other way. This is Tom Bedard with it. Gives it back for Davison. Davison likes to set up the play. Looking to get it inside to Carter, but he's double teamed there. There's a nice alley-oop play to Armstrong. Not able to handle the pass, and the Cougars turn the ball over. The officials for tonight's contest are Randy Lozier, Tom Lacey, and George Dyer. Again, this is the Section 7 Class B championship game. Here's a long pass up for Davison. Davison converts on the other end on the turnover in the fast break by the Cougars. They tried to force it inside to Justin Curtis, but he was triple teamed in there and lost the ball. It turned into a fast break the other way for the Cougars. So with 2 minutes gone in the contest, the Hornets are up by one. So there's Trey Bucci from long range. That one's a little long. Curtis on the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled. Looks like it's going to go against Tom Bedard, and it's going to put Curtis on the line to shoot two. Once again, both of these early matchups between the two in the regular season ended in overtime victories by the home team, with the Cougars taking care of business at home early in the season, and the Hornets on a last-second putback shot by Trey Bucci come away with the overtime win at the last game of the season at Plattsburgh High. And Curtis is able to make good on the second one. So this being the rubber match of the season, and the Section 7 Class B title on the line. Hornets in a man-to-man defense. Cougars looking for an open shot. Here's Bedard, tries to force one inside, and that gets knocked out of bounds. They'll stay with the Cougars at 12 on the shot clock. Miller will inbound. Here's Bedard with a short-range jumper that's a little bit long. Comes off the glass, and here comes Knight the other way. He loses control briefly, gives it to LaPointe. LaPointe dishes to Curtis, and we're going to have a foul underneath. Kyle LaPointe gets called for the player control foul underneath the basket, as after his dish off, his momentum carried him into the other player, and referee Lozier called him on the foul. So that's the first foul of the game for either. First team foul for the Hornets. Here's Armstrong. That one's a little bit long. Favreau with the rebound, and the Knights want to run. Here's Bucci, drives the lane and kind of loses control and the ball, and will result in a turnover. Hornets showing a little bit of pressure here, but the Cougars able to take care of that. This is Miller with the ball at the point. And the Cougars unable to get the ball inside to their inside threat. And now we've got a foul on the play. And it's going to go against Foul is going to go against number 44, Stephen Carter, for a clear out underneath. We got 4.5 to play here in the first quarter. Here's Bucci from the top of the key, and he knocks down a three. With his first points of the game. Davison pulls the ball out. The Cougars with the ball, down by 5 here with about 4:15 to play in the first quarter. Here's Carter inside. Turns around, gets a shot off, but draws the foul. And that's going to go against Curtis. That'll be his first, and it's going to put Carter on the line to shoot 2. In order for the Cougars to be successful in this game, they're certainly going to have to work on getting that ball inside to their leading scorer and the league's leading scorer. Anyway, Carter knocks down the first one, and second one's on its way, and that one rolls off the side of the rim. And the Hornets again, setting up on the perimeter. Knight thinks about it, draws back, puts up a shot, it's short, but ball comes down, and Carter has control of it briefly, but then the ball was loose, and LaPointe ends up with it. This is Curtis with another offensive rebound. He gets it stolen over for Davison. Davison puts the ball up and draws the foul. And a 2-on-1 break there, and Jordan Knight chose to just defend Jamie Davison on it. Davison faked that Knight off his feet and drew the foul. So Davison will be at the line to shoot 2. First one's up and good. Second one's on its way, and that one's good. That's 4 points for Jamie Davison. And he cuts that deficit down to 2 points, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. And that one's going to go against Davison, I believe. Hornets will inbound. 3:31 on the clock. Here's Bucci from the corner. That one's short. Curtis goes up for another offensive rebound. Can't control it, but finally does get a hold of it and puts it back in. Justin Curtis having his way on the offensive glass so far, with all of his points so far coming off of offensive rebounds. So that's something the Cougars are going to have to concentrate on if they're hoping to make anything out of this game. Here's Miller from the top of the key. He knocks that one down, pulls the Cougars back to within 1. We had him with just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. With Bucci with it off the pick, but Miller's guarding him and gets it over for LaPointe. LaPointe's going to reset. Bucci again drives the lane, and Miller steals it from him again. So on the turnover, the Cougars with the ball and a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. Here's Miller. Finds himself open, turns around, puts the shot up. It's just a little bit too long, and then it goes out of bounds. So the Hornets will bring her back down the other way. Knight with it. Get over for Bucci, back to Knight. Here's Favreau from the corner. That one's a little bit long, but again, Hornets with an offensive rebound. Bucci with a nice move into the lane, and he converts. So just about all of their points have come off of offensive rebounds so far. The Cougars are going to have to make an adjustment to see if they can't start controlling the defensive glass. It's an exchange of turnovers, and Bedard finishes on the other end. Looks like the foul's going to go against Jordan Knight. That's going to be his his second foul. And is going to put Tom Bedard on the line to shoot one, see if he can't convert that three-point play. And he does. Ties the score at 13. Number 30, Ethan Votra, has entered the game for the Hornets here with a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Here's LaPointe, knocks down another three. That's 6 points for LaPointe on a couple of three-pointers, and we got a held ball, and the Cougars will take over on the alternating possession. Bedard had a hard time hanging on to that ball, and LaPointe was right there to tie it up. Miller back to Davison. Davison unloads with three, knocks it down. 7 points for Jamie Davison to lead all scorers at this point. Knight inside for Votra. Votra turns around. That shot goes up a little bit too strong. Once again, the Hornets are there on the offensive rebound, but not able to corral it this time. The Cougars are lucky. The Hornets had them boxed out, and were in a position to pull down that offensive rebound, but rolled off of one of the Plattsburgh players' foot, and the Cougars will take over with just a couple second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so they will have to get a shot off. Here's Bedard, drives the lane and lays one in. Nice penetration by Thomas Bedard, and puts the shot up over the athletic Justin Curtis. Here's Votroff from in close, knocks one off the glass. Ties the score at 18. Cougars with a chance for a last shot here at the end of the quarter. Davison kisses it off the glass. And Carter catches that offensive rebound and puts it back in at the buzzer. So after 8 minutes of play, the Cougars with a slim 2-point lead, 20-18. All right, folks, we are back for action here. The second quarter action of this Section 7 Class B final matchup here. And the Hornets start off with the ball and turn it over on their end, so Cougars will come away with it. And here's Miller. Kicks it over for Armstrong in the corner. Armstrong brings it back out. Cougars move the ball around the perimeter. Bedard puts his shot up, but that one's short. LaPointe comes away with the rebound. And he pulls back, unloads with his three-pointer. That's a little bit strong. Carter pulls down the rebound. Finally, the Cougars with a defensive rebound. I don't think they had any in the first quarter. Need to see what they can do about making a difference there, because that's going to be a difference maker. There's Davison, three-pointer is a little bit long. Botrock comes up with the long rebound, sends it over for Fout. Fout back for LaPointe. Here's Botrock, fakes, drives the lane, puts up a little floater that doesn't go anywhere. Bedard clears the rebound. I'm sorry, that's Percelli, number 20, is Anthony Percelli, who came into the game at the end of the first quarter. There's Miller from the top of the key. That one's good. 6 points for Miller on it's 2 for 3 from three-point land. Here's LaPointe. He's had the hot hand. Dribbles into the lane, loses control of the ball, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in. That's 8 points for Kyle LaPointe. Here's Carter inside, rolls, and draws the foul. Looks like he's referee Lacey's going to get number 20, Anthony Percelli, for grabbing Carter's arm in the lane. Andrew Favreau will check back into the contest and give Justin Curtis a rest. And it was not any act of shooting, so Cougars will inbound. Once again, they're on the perimeter. Here's Bedard with it. He penetrates, kicks it out for Miller. Miller, he's going to get called for the travel on that. Dragged his foot, and referee Lozier was right on that one. We got 5:50 to play in the first half. The Cougars with a 3-point lead. Percelli gets it in for Favreau. Favreau's shot's a little bit short. Once again, Hornets on the offensive board and a putback. So that was Anthony Percelli on that one with the putback. But it doesn't really matter who's down there. They are controlling the offensive boards. Bucci with a nice move and throws one down at the other end. And we got a timeout on the floor. So with 5:16 to play in the first half, the Hornets have taken a 1-point lead, 24-23. All right, so we're out of the timeout. Cougars with the ball, trailing by 1. Here's Bedard, penetrates again, gives it for Miller, back Armstrong. Bedard tries to get it in for Carter, but that gets defended nicely there by the Hornets. Here's Favreau from the elbow, and the Hornets come up with another loose ball underneath their own basket. That's been certainly been the difference in this game so far. That's Percelli on the drive, and he's going to get fouled. It's going to go against Logan Miller. Actually, they're going to give it to Carter. It's going to be his second. Percelli on the line to shoot 2. His first one is short. Second one's on its way, and that one's long and drops in, so he gets a friendly roll there. 3 points for Percelli. There's Davison. Tries to get it in for Bedard, but Bedard again can't handle that pass. And it'll be a turnover by the Cougars. And here come the Hornets on a bit of a run. Seeing if they can't stretch that lead out a little bit. Bucci, the foul line, gives it back for Knight. Knight inside for Votra. He gets that one slapped away, but was last touched by the Hornets. So that's going to be a turnover. And the Cougars will bring it back down. 4 minutes to play here in the first half. And Cougars down by a 2-point margin at this point. There's a nice feed inside of Bedard. Puts it off the glass, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in. Tom Bedard having a heck of a first half here, and Hornets are going to get called for the double dribble. So we got a turnover and come back the other way for the Cougars. Substitution, Percelli will come out. I'm not sure who was out, but whoever that is back in. Probably Bucci. We got Votra, Knight, Bucci, Favreau, and Lapointe on the floor for the Hornets, and the same starting five of Miller, Bedard, Carter, Davison, and Armstrong on the floor for the Cougars. Bedard's shot from the elbow comes up just a little bit short, and the Hornets come back the other way. There's Bucci from way out there, and that one's short. And once again, second chance points are really piling up here for the Hornets. Bucci almost steals that one, but Armstrong's able to get his hand on it. We got 3 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Armstrong with an open look, and he gets called for the travel. Justin Curtis checks back into the lineup for the Hornets. And Favreau gets the rest. So just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. And Hornets with a 2-point lead and a chance to expand on that. Can't emphasize these points off of offensive rebounds here in the first half have just been astounding. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen it that lopsided in quite some time. But anyway, there's a defensive rebound for the Cougars on the other end, and finally get a stop. Trying to force it inside against the. Coach Hartman has switched his defense into a 2-3 zone, and Cougars are trying to force that ball inside, and that zone collapses on that internal guy pretty quickly and creates another turnover. Here's LaPointe in the lane. His shot's a little bit long. This time Miller comes away with the rebound, and they're able to get it loose. Here's Davison. Long pass up for Carter, but it's just a little bit too high, and Carter timed his jump just a little improperly, and the ball came off the rim. We'll go back to the Hornets. Here's Votra in the lane, kicks it out for LaPointe. LaPointe penetrates, kicks it back out for Knight. Knight's shot's a little bit long. Carter with the rebound. And here are the Cougars once again with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Carter, nice move there. Kisses one off the glass. That's 5 for Carter, and he ties the score at 27 apiece. We're closing in on the final minute here in the first half, and this game has certainly lived up to its billing. And here's Votra. He's short. He converts. 4 points for Votra, and it puts the Hornets back up by a 2-point margin. Armstrong tries to drive the lane, gets his ball stolen, and gets knocked away again on the other end. And Jamie Davison does a nice job of hustling back, knocked that out of Jordan Knight's hand, and it's going to stay with the Hornets. Votra for 3. That one's long. Kyle LaPointe with an offensive rebound. Gets his shot partially blocked. Up in the air again. And we got a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Tom Bedard. It'll be his second foul. Be 5 on the team foul, but it's probably not going to be an issue as we only have 35.9 seconds to go here in the first half. The shot clock is off, and the Hornets can hold for the last shot if they so desire. And it looks like they're going to hold it out. So they can get this last shot. I know this has happened a couple times during the regular season game where they actually held it just a little bit too long, and the clock expired before they were able to get a shot off. We'll see what happens this time. Bucci gives it over for Votra. Votra back for Bucci. Bucci knocks down a 3. Davison lobs one. Off the back of the rim as time expires. So after 16 minutes of play here at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse, the Hornets are taking a 5-point lead into the locker room, 32-27 over the top-seeded Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. folks, we are back for second half of action here at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse for this Section 7 Class B championship game again with the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton and the Hornets of Plattsburgh High. So right off the inbound, Jamie Davison takes a couple steps in and knocks down a three. So can't set the tone for this second half here. This is LaPointe. He drives, kicks it over for Bucci. Bucci penetrates, floats one up, and it rolls around and in. 12 points for Trey Bucci. And they trap Armstrong. That's going to leave Miller loose. Gives it back for Davison. Davison tries to feed it in for Carter, but Curtis is there to cut that off. We'll set the lineups for you here. The Hornets have Jordan Knight, Trey Bucci, Kyle LaPointe, Andrew Favreau, and Justin Curtis on the floor. Cougars with Jamie Davison, Logan Miller, Rob Armstrong, Stephen Carter, and Thomas Bedard. That's LaPointe drives the lane and lays one in. Hornets go up by 6. LaPointe with 12 points. He had 10 in the first half, as did Bucci. Here's Armstrong, drives the lane and floats one in. 4 points for Armstrong. He made a similar play in the first half, and then was in the first quarter, and then was pretty quiet after that. So Cougars need to get everybody involved in this. Interesting to find out what happens on the glass here in the second half, but so far nobody's missed any shots, so we haven't seen any rebound. Here's LaPointe again. He's going to take the shot. And that one's good. Comes Armstrong the other way. He dribbles out, and LaPointe tries to steal it from him, but goes right over to Davison, and Cougars retain possession. Miller with it. Tries to get it in for Carter, but it gets swatted away by Curtis. So the Cougars will maintain possession. 19 to shoot. Here's Carter. He's going to work in. Gets the ball knocked out of his hand and puts the shot up and draws the foul. Fans wanted a double dribble, but the ball was knocked out of his hand, so the foul is going to go against Curtis. That's his second, and put Carter on the line to shoot 2. First one is up and good. Second one's on its way, and that one rolls off the rim. Six points for Stephen Carter, 5 points in the first half, probably one of his lowest outputs of the season. With the Hornets switched that 2-3 zone and shut down the center of that lane successfully in the first half. So this ball inside, it gets knocked away, and Carter comes away with the loose ball. So there's a turnover by the Hornets, and Cougars with a chance to chew into that 5-point deficit. Davison thinks about it, kicks it back for Miller. Miller unloads. That one's going to be short. Carter with the offensive board, and he converts that one. This is LaPointe. LaPointe's had the hot hand, and he's going to get called for another offensive foul. It's going to be at least 2 on LaPointe. It is exactly 2. Miller gives it over for Armstrong. Back for Miller. Miller gives it in for Bedard. Gives it over for Davison. Davison penetrates. Floats one up. Won't go. Favreau with the rebound. Here's LaPointe. Penetrates the lane. Gets his shot partially blocked, but Favreau with the offensive rebound and the putback. his first 2 points of the contest, and puts the Hornets back up by 5. There's Bedard inside. That one's short. Curtis with the rebound. That one gets knocked away. Bedard with a nice hustle play there, but doesn't get to it quick enough, and the ball goes out of bounds. So here comes Knight, hustling it down, gives it over for LaPointe. LaPointe in for Curtis. Curtis puts it on the floor and gets it knocked away. So a couple trips down here, a couple turnovers by each team. We're back at it. 3:45 to play here in the third quarter. Here's Carter. He's going to put the shot up and draw the foul. It's going to go against Andrew Favreau, and he's not sure what he did wrong, but still going to not going to change the opinion of the referees. It's going to put Carter on the line to shoot 2. That's Favreau's first foul. Carter's first foul shot is up and good. And the second one is on its way, and that one's good. Points for Carter. He's got 5 here early on here in the third quarter. Here's Knight, launches up a 3. Knocks that one down. His first points of the afternoon for Jordan Knight. Miller with Bedard. Here's Bedard, penetrates the lane. To dish it off for Carter, but Carter wasn't ready for it, and ball goes out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover, and the Hornets with that 5-point lead, looking to add to it here with 3:10 to play in the third quarter. This is Curtis, loses control, gives it over for Favreau. Favreau shot short. Again, offensive rebound by the Hornets, and Knight makes him pay. And we got a timeout on the floor. So with 2:52 to play here in the third quarter, the Hornets have opened up a 9-point lead, 46-37. All right, here we go, back out of the timeout. Once again, the points off of offensive rebound have hurt the Cougars here in this third quarter, as it did most of the first half. Cougars need to see if they can't answer with a little offense of their own here. They don't want to get down too far against the athletic team like the Hornets. Here's Bedard. He makes good on that one. 9 points for Thomas Bedard. He's had a good game. Here's LaPointe. Penetrates, kicks it over for Knight. Knight obviously with the hot hand, but that one goes a little bit long, and another offensive rebound by the Hornets. So they get another second chance here, and this is what's been killing the Cougars this whole game. There's LaPointe. Knight back for LaPointe. LaPointe penetrates and throws it back, but Knight's going to get to it in time. Here's Bucci. He looks to penetrate, puts a shot up, goes off the glass. That one rolls around. The Hornets come away with another offensive rebound. It's going to go against Miller. We have a substitution for the Hornets. Number 30, Ethan Botra checks into the game, and Andrew Favreau sits. Here's Bucci. Pulls it down twice, kicks it for LaPointe. LaPointe dumps it in for Botra underneath, who converts. 6 points for Botra, and it's back to a 9-point lead. Here's Carter. Works inside, draws the foul. And that's It's going to go against Justin Curtis. It's going to be his third. And it'll put Carter on the line once again. First one's up and short. Andrew Favreau will check back into the game, and Curtis with the 3 fouls will sit. And Carter's second one is good. And the Hornets back in, try to get one inside for Bucci, but that one gets swatted away, and Bedard comes away with the loose ball. Here's an opportunity for the Cougars to get on a little bit of a run. Armstrong. This is Bedard. He gets it knocked out of his hand, and that'll stay with the Cougars. Inside for Bedard, gets it knocked away, but Miller gets it back. Bedard, it's in the lane, and they get fouled, but the foul is on the floor. And it's going to go against Votra. And Pacelli will check back into the contest, and LaPointe will get a rest. 51 seconds to play in the third quarter. Here's Armstrong. Miller. Back to Armstrong. Bedard cutting the lane. It's a shot up and won't go. Gets his own rebound. And that's going to go out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Cougars. Gets it in for Miller. Back for Armstrong. Here's Davison. Bedard. Here's Davison for 3. Short. Armstrong with the rebound. Instead of going right back up with it, pulls it back out. Not sure why. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Jordan Knight. It's going to be his third foul. It's going to give the Cougars the ball with 20 seconds. There's Miller. Armstrong. Miller. Back for Davison. Clock running down to 10. There's Miller. He unloads for 3. Knocks it down. Come the Hornets back the other way. And Knight fumbles the ball, and the clock expires. So after 3 quarters of play here at the field house on the campus of Plattsburgh State, it's the Hornets with a 5-point lead, 48-43. Alrighty, folks, here we go for the final quarter of action here with the Section 7 Class B championship game between the Hornets of Plattsburgh High in the away black and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton in the home white. Hornets are coming in with a 5-point lead, bringing into the fourth quarter. They try to get the ball inside to Favreau, but it gets knocked away, and here come the Cougars the other way. Davison pulls the ball back out, and they're going to set it up for Miller. Here's Armstrong. Here's it for Bedard. Miller. There's Armstrong in the lane. Puts up a floater, rolls around and won't go. Tries to get his own rebound, and Hornets come away with it. This is Knight with it. Bucci thinks about it, but gives it over for Votra. Votra over for Pacelli in the corner, and he knocks down 2. 5 points for Anthony Pacelli off the bench. Here's Davison. That was good. And we got a timeout on the floor. So 6:40 to play in the fourth quarter. The Cougars trail the Hornets by a score of 46-50. All right, the Hornets will inbound, and we're going to get things rolling here. Of course, once again, the Hornets keeping it on the perimeter, looking for something to happen inside. Go inside for Pacelli. He skips it back out. Here's Knight from the top. Bucci looks to penetrate, pulls it back out. Under 10. Here's Bucci, puts up a shot, rolls around and catches the front of the rim and drops in. 14 points for Trey Bucci. He and LaPointe had the hot hands for the Hornets. Coach Hartman staying in that 2-3 zone. Here's Armstrong with a nice move. Goodbye, everybody. And slip one off the glass. 6 points for Rob Armstrong. And we need to see what they can do about penetrating that zone, because right now it's not working for him. So again, we're going to need to get a stop at this end. There's Knight. That one's long. Armstrong with the rebound. Gets it over for Davison. Hornets showing a little bit of pressure. But we're able to get back, and the Cougars bring the ball up. Here's Miller with an open look. And that one's good. .12 points for Logan Miller on three-pointers, and the Cougars have drawn back within 1 point. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. The crowd has come to their feet. And Davison with the steal. Gives it over for Miller. Miller drives the lane and knocks one down. Cougars have jumped out in front, and Coach Hartman has seen enough. He's going to call a timeout. So with 4:34 to play in the fourth quarter, the Cougars have come from behind to take a 1 point lead, 53-52. So we go out of the timeout. Kyle LaPointe's checked back into the contest for the Hornets. We got 4.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. I think folks, we are in for a dandy of a finish. Here's Bucci in the corner. LaPointe looking to drive, and he's going to draw the foul. Yeah, it's going to go against Miller. I believe that's his second foul, and only second team foul on the Cougars, so they got a ways to go before they get to the foul line. Where on the other hand, the next foul on the Hornets puts the Cougars in a bonus situation, which may be a factor here as the seconds wind down. Curtis kicks it back out for Bucci. Bucci drives the lane, dishes it back for Curtis. Curtis circus move inside, but works out just fine for him. 7 points for Justin Curtis, puts the Hornets back out in front. Here's Armstrong. Davison. Miller. There's Miller again. He unloads. That one's short. Armstrong hustles for the rebound, but Votra comes away with it. Here comes Knight with it. He brings it down. And once again, the Hornets have it. Give it inside for Curtis. Here's LaPointe. We haven't heard much from him in the second half. Votra. Under 10 to shoot. LaPointe puts one up. A little bit long. Gets his own rebound. Flips it inside. And Curtis comes away with it. He drives the lane. Puts up a circus shot around Stephen Carter, and it's in. And we got a timeout on the floor. So the Hornets have turned around and gone on a little bit of a run themselves and put themselves back up by 4 points. And we got a timeout on the floor. Okay, out of the timeout. We are back at it. Cougars with the ball, trailing by 3. 2:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Tom Bedard. He converts for in close. Bedard's got 11 points. Hornets ring the ball back down. Here LaPointe tries to drive but loses control of it. Kicks it back out. Keep it on the perimeter. Bucci puts the ball up and draws the foul. Stephen Carter's going to pick up his third foul, and it's going to put Bucci on the line to shoot two. I'm sorry. First one's up and good. 15 points for Trey Bucci, leads all scorers, and he and LaPointe have been doing the bulk of the heavy lifting here for the Hornets. Bucci with a chance to put his team up by 3. Next one's on its way, it rims off. Bedard with a rebound. Cougars come down the other way. Going to look for that open shot. Here's Bedard once again. Tries to penetrate, gets trapped in the corner. And the ball is going to go off of Davison's foot. That's going to be a turnover. Cougars need to get a stop here on this possession as the Hornets have the ball in a 2-point cushion. They're going to see what they can run most of the time off of this shot clock. Look for something opportunistic. Bucci, short. Davison with the rebound. Long pass up for Bedard. Shows nice hands to hang on to it. Kicks it back out for Davison. Davison uncorks a 3. It's short. And LaPointe comes away with the rebound. So we got just under a minute and a half to play here, and Hornets with a big break there. That Davison kind of rushed that shot and really didn't set things up. Once again, we are in for a pretty tight finish here. Bucci moves it over for LaPointe. LaPointe drives, puts a shot up that's contested. It's Curtis with an offensive rebound and won't go. And this time, the Cougars come away with it. It's been the first time in this whole game that it hasn't that offensive rebound hasn't come back to haunt them. There's a ball that gets tipped away, and it goes out of bounds. Kyle LaPointe does a nice hustle job to get to that loose ball, but not able to come up with it. So with 44.3 showing on the clock, the Cougars call a timeout. Down by 2 with the ball. Out of the timeout. Looks like we got about 44.3 seconds on the clock. Cougars with the ball, trailing by 2. This is Miller with it. Is it over for Armstrong? Armstrong back for Miller. Here's Davison. Got 3 on the clock. Davison chucks it up. 3. And folks, here we go. We got the Hornets with the ball, trailing by 1. This is Bucci with it. Over for Knight. Here's Curtis. He rolls around, puts the ball up, rolls off the front of the rim. Won't go. Bedard hangs on to the ball, and we get a jump ball. We're going to have a conference with the referees. One referee had to jump. The other ball had a foul. And it looks like we're going to have a jump ball. And we got a timeout on the floor. So with 2.5 on the clock, Cougars with a 1-point lead. And ball underneath. So it will be a Cougar ball inbounds underneath the Hornet basket. 2.5 on the clock. Davison gets it in and gets fouled immediately. And that's going to put him on the line to shoot at least 1 and 1. So Jamie Davison will be at the line. The foul goes against Ethan Botrod. Davison will be on the line to shoot 1 and 1. 1.8 seconds on the clock, and Coach Guerin wants a timeout. All right, so once again, the senior Jamie Davison will step to the line here with a chance to ice this game. If he can knock down any of these free throws, first one rolls off the rim, goes the other way. We got 0.4 seconds showing on the clock. Difficult to see if they can get anything off here, but we'll see what happens. Jump ball, and ball hits the ground. The game is over. Cougars come away with a victory. So that's the way it goes here at the Fieldhouse on the campus of Plattsburgh State. Northeastern Clinton Central Cougars come away as the Section 7 Class B champions by defeating the Hornets of Plattsburgh High by a score of 58-57 on a last-minute three-pointer by Jamie Davison. And Cougars wrap up a tremendous season for a couple of those outgoing seniors, and we'll move on to face a regional opponent. So as we hang around for the presentation of the Section 7 Class B Championship Trophy, I'll hand the mic over to Calvin Castine, and I'll sign it out for this presentation of Hometown Cable's presentation of boys varsity basketball. We thank you for watching.
Once again, Joe Southwick was right. He said the Cougars led by 2 at the end of the first, and he thought that would be enough to win. Well, they needed only half of that, I guess. But what a game. We've had 2 excellent Section 7 Class B championship games, the girls and the boys.
members of the Class B, Section 7 Class B Championship Cougars. Number 22, Alex Davison. Michael Manor. Number 12, Nathan LaFave. Number 24, Logan Miller. Miller had an outstanding game. Number 11, Rob Armstrong. Armstrong did his considerable contribution to the effort today. 32, Thomas Bernard with a double-digit scoring day. 15, Richie Collins. 23, Jamie Davison. That's Dalton Castine must have missed his number in the beginning. And number 44, Stephen Carter. Brian Cross handing out the individual certificates, and now the presentation of the Class B Section 7 trophy presentation to the captains, Stephen Carter and Jamie Davison. So the Cougars sweep both the boys and girls Class B championships, and it's been a while since that's happened, but the Cougar faithful can be proud of their boys and girls teams here in 2010-2011 season. And that'll wrap up our presentation of boys varsity basketball, coming to you this Saturday afternoon, March 5th, 2011. We thank you for watching Hometown Cable, television you should be supporting.